guys, thanks for coming back. This is US Agent 27 from the MUCollectorClub.com forums. I'm back today with another DC Universe Classics review. This time the review is going to be on none other than Kyle Rayner, the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern figure. Those of you guys that have been watching my videos, you guys know that I've been looking for this figure, and I got him as a late Christmas present from my awesome girlfriend. I really appreciate that, honey. Thank you. This figure came mint on card to me. He came with the Arquilo leg that I needed to complete Arquilo, so I was able to complete him tonight. If you guys want to see a review of Arquilo or Kilowog, let me know. Post it in the comments, and I'll definitely try to get that up as quickly as I can. But right now, we're going to take a look at Kyle Rayner. Now, Kyle Rayner is a newer character, and by newer I mean in the last 15 years or so. He was basically the Lantern that took over after Hal went crazy and killed all the other Lanterns and became Parallax. He was, at that time, the last Lantern. So, he was really cool. He was when I kind of started reading Green Lantern comics and getting into them. I knew about Hal. I'd read a couple of them growing up, but Kyle was, you know, when he first started, those were the stories that could really grab me into Green Lantern, and then I stopped reading them. And I've just recently gone back and started to reread them. They're really great stories. If you guys haven't checked out, like, the Sinestro Corps War, and Blackest Night, definitely check it out. It's a cool storyline. You know, I definitely, digged all of it. But anyway, we're going to talk about comics today. We're going to talk about the figure. So Kyle does come with two accessories. The first accessory you see is in his hand, and I'll take that off and show you a better picture of that, or a better view of that. The other accessory he comes with is his own personal unique lantern. Let the camera focus. Maybe. There it goes. And this is the only time we've gotten this lantern that I know of anyway. I think even the War of the Lanterns 2-pack comes with a regular blue lantern for Kyle. It's not molded like this. So it's always nice to have a different type of lantern. And the lantern's articulated a little bit. The handle will go up and down. And he will hold it. At the end of the video, I'll kind of pose him with him holding his lantern. You know, I think it's cool that they give us these lanterns. Do I ever really use them in my displays? No, I really don't. I would much rather have constructs. So if anyone is watching, oh, and it says China down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So if anyone's watching that, in charge of marketing for Mattel, give us some, Green Lantern construct packs. We'll buy them. Just make them, We've gotten a few, and they're not that hard to do. So the other piece he comes with is this gauntlet and sword. And the gauntlet and sword is really nice. I'm trying to see if the camera's going to pick it up. It's got the Green Lantern logo right here. It's got some armor right there. It has the Green Lantern logo again down here at the hilt. Some wrappings. The way that it's got some raised, I don't know what you call it, rivets in the hands. The blade itself has detail in the blade. It's a nice see-through plastic, and it's molded so it just fits over his hand. And let me show you real quick how it fits. When you have your Green Lantern figure, you want to take his hand, and you just want to kind of put it in, and then it's going to sit like that. All right. Some people are confused on how to get that actually in there. It doesn't sit like this, like the other, on top. It sits on the side. So a very cool accessory. Totally, really glad that they included that. Very, very cool. So let's talk a little bit about Kyle as a figure. So we're going to start off with paint. And I'm going to leave the best for last, which is basically his head sculpt. As far as paint goes, he's got this black, it's not necessarily a flat black, it has a little bit of shine to it. It's not the shiny like the Wave 20 Green Lantern that we got. It's more of like the other classic Green Lanterns. Green boots. Same body mold that they've used on all the Green Lanterns, I believe. So it's going to have all the same articulation. We are going to talk about articulation anyway. And it's got this nice Green Lantern emblem up on his chest, which looks really nice. They did a really nice job with that. That really stands out. Nice green paint that they use. I really do enjoy that. On his back, it's the same thing. And then they gave him the white Green Lantern gloves. And then on this arm, he's got his power ring. You can kind of see that, make it out. What really stands out on this figure is the face. The face sculpt is dope. Alright, his face sculpt is, it looks like Kyle from the comics. The mask that they gave him and the paint that they applied to that mask is perfect. The hair is perfect. It's got a nice brown sheen. Looks like a little bit blue highlights in it. This is exactly what Kyle looks like in the comic books. So as far as like paint goes, this figure definitely gets like a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, he looks awesome. I had the Blue Lantern version of him, and as soon as I got him, I was like, I need the Green Lantern version. Not only for the leg, but because I wanted a Kyle figure. So he looks really cool. So let's talk about articulation, and we'll start off with his head. His head is on a ball. It goes up about that far. It will go down that far. And if you guys notice, look. No, it's not going to do it now. My head is a little loose and wobbly, so I'm not sure what that is. I might just need to heat up the joint a little bit and push his head back down. He has a waist crunch, or ab crunch. It goes, and this is the first time I'm messing with this figure. I just opened him up probably about 10 minutes ago. It goes down about that far. It goes up about that far. So not very far. Put his arm up so you can see. You know, it doesn't go up very far. Helps if I can move him in camera angle, right? But you can still get in some decent flying poses. And I have an idea for what pose I'm going to put him in, and I'll show you guys that before I end the video. His bottom torso, standard DC, so it's going to swivel at the waist. Now mine, if you look, very loose, and I just opened him, so I'm hoping that that's going to, maybe when the plastic warms up to room temperature, that'll tighten up. If not, you know, I know that there's a way I can put some super glue in there and kind of tighten up the joint. He's an expensive figure, so I really don't want to have to do that. I mean, he was $55 shipped, which is the most I've spent on a DC figure. Leg articulation, his legs go up. They go back. About that far. Alright, he has a swivel at the just above the knee. A single bend at the knee. His feet will go up. They will go down. And no ankle pivot. Some of the figures have ankle pivot and some do not. Mostly I'm noticing it's like the Build-A-Figure ones that have it. So let's talk about his arm articulation. His arms will go up about that far on that side. Again, this is a new figure, so it could just be he needs to be worked in a little bit. Up about that far on that side. Oh, there we go. It goes all the way up. Swivel at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and swivel at the wrist. And then this arm is the same exact way. Now, one thing I want to show you on this one, because the way that they packaged him in, this arm is kind of like bent out. It's kind of going this way. So I'm going to have to heat that up and kind of straighten out the arm a little bit, because when his arm is all the way down to his sides, for example, look at that. You know, it kind of goes, so let me get that so you guys can see it. It kind of just goes off to the side. I can't push it back in, so I'm going to have to heat up this joint pretty well and push it, you know, reposition it, and then hit it with cold water to kind of fix it. I've noticed I've had to do that with quite a few DC figures. I'm not sure if it's just my luck that I'm getting these, but you know, for this figure, I really shouldn't have any problems right off the bat, so that's kind of disappointing. The other arm isn't as bad. It still bows out a little bit, but it looks natural. This one just kind of, I mean, you guys tell me, that doesn't really look quite right, right? And the muscles are the same. I mean, muscles are turned exactly the same. The arm joint is pushed down as much as I can get it. So, just a little thing. So overall, do I like the figure? Abso-freaking-lutely. Was he worth $55? Yep. Totally agree. He was worth 55 bucks. You know, he was definitely one of the must-own figures that if you're a Green Lantern fan, you have to have this guy. You know, he is just awesome. I know there's a couple of people on the boards. I know RoboGeek, for example. I know you're waiting for him. He's well worth the wait. When you get him, you'll really understand just how awesome a figure he is. I really wish they put out more Green Lanterns. I know they put out a ton, but we really need more Red Lanterns. We have a ton of Yellow Lanterns now, but we need more Red Lanterns. And we could always use more Green Lanterns. I mean, there's supposed to be, a ton of them running around the galaxy, and we've only gotten a small handful. But anyway, that's my review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys come back for more reviews. Thanks for watching. And again, this has been US Agent 27, and come check us out on the MUCollectorClub.com forums. Thanks.